Abacha's $308 million loot to return to Nigeria as federal government and the United States sign agreement. The United States of America and the Nigerian government on Monday this week signed an asset recovery agreement to repatriate over $308 million of fortified assets to Nigeria. The confiscated funds were laundered through the U.S. banking system and then held in bank accounts in Jersey in the name of Doraville Properties Corporation, a BVI company, and in the name of the son of former head of state of Nigeria, General Sani Abacha. Now, the statement also revealed that the U.S. will continue to seek forfeiture of over $177 million in additional laundered funds held in trusts that name Abacha as Abacha's associate, Bagudu, the current governor of Kebbi State, and his relatives as beneficiaries. Mr. Digbenu.
Well, it's now in the history of Nigeria that the most pronounced head of state after his death is General Sani Abacha. It's just like the whole Shekau that died, reappear. So every time we are talking about corruption, Sani Abacha's name must come. Well, it's good that at least the money is now coming back to Nigeria, and I trust UK and US for one thing. All this, by the time they want to give you, they will give you condition. Because we know that we don't want a situation in which we are going to put our water and we are throwing inside baskets. That tell us what you are going to use the money for, and that is exactly what they've done. They said they are going to use it to fix Ibadan Expressway, as if that road has not been projected before. Already. So that one is one. Then two, I don't know, maybe there is another Lagos Ibadan Expressway apart from the one we have. After it has been projected for, well, it's good. At least it's going to be one of the money that's going to cushion that budget, because we don't know how we are going to finance it. This is another jamboree for us to really finance it. I agree. But something still worries me. After Abacha, General Abdulsalam ruled. After that, we have Chief Olusegun Obasanjo for 8 years. After that, we have Yar'Adua for 2 years. Yar'Adua is late too. Then we have Jonathan also for 2 years. Then after that, 4 years. And nothing. But if they are of clean slate, federal government should come out based through EFCC and ICC and tell us that, okay, well, after Abacha, no other president really siphoned our money and we could not trace any money. So we know that the last list of corrupted head of state we have
ended with Abacha's
name. Okay. So that you know that some people are going to be using that name, because it shows now that maybe some of the looted funds that some people have already siphoned. By the time they do it, they will link it. It's Abacha. Abacha. At times, if dead can look back,
I'll speak from the grave.
I could project what Abacha will say that
there is God. All right,
there is God. You know, I tell people, I say this country is so rich. If the level of corruption that happens in another country, then that country will collapse.
There will be no country.
Collapse. That we are still here, still moving. It just tells you that if only we can get the right leadership, people won't have reason to leave Nigeria going elsewhere. The last week I was there and I talked about this idea of people jumping out. That's why people will jump out. Check out the amount of money we are talking about. If you invest that money here, you know what it means. And again, like my colleague here was talking about Abacha. When a man dies, a lot of things hangs around his neck. He will never come to defend himself. But on the issue of infrastructure, I am in support of the fact that we are going to put this money on infrastructure. One of the biggest problem of this Nigeria is lack of infrastructure. We've not, if you go back, just take away the military era. I think the military people even did more infrastructure than
the civilian. Yes.
And once you don't do infrastructure, we are creating. You know what should be done 10 years ago? You won't do it. You are doing it 10 years after. It shows you are not making move. It's deficit. You are going back to what should have been done. What is happening now? How do we meet up? Because I think we need to understand when they say the money goes to Lagos Ibadan, goes to this project. what they've done with this budgeting is, all these projects, they budget every year.
Yeah.
So after this year, they will now budget for next year. The money is not paid in full. So every year is in the budget, so they pay them. So probably what they want to do now is, if you have this money, we'll now push it into the project. We don't have to wait for the budget for us to be able to fix it.
To speed up things.
To speed up things.
Okay.
So that's what happened.
Okay.
But again, don't forget that it was the same Abacha loot that was recovered under Jonathan, and some people sat down in Abuja and shared it. And that money was supposed to be used to buy arms for our military when this Boko Haram thing was coming up. You know, people will sit down today and say, Buhari, Boko Haram, Boko Haram. But I want to tell Nigerians that we know where this whole wahala started. If that money budgeted for arms were used judiciously the way we wanted to use, maybe by now we won't be talking about Boko Haram. So it had 2.1 billion, whatever, and then people just blew the money off. And then the military guys were fighting with bare hands and outdated ammunition. So, you see, we just hope that as they are saying, well, you use it for this one, use it, please let us use it well.
Okay.
And like, don't share the money to anybody, all this 5,000 or 3,000, no. Put it in infrastructure. If you fix the roads, at least that Lagos Ibadan, if you go on that road now, you will see that, okay,
yes.
My projection is that in the next 6 months, movement there will be just as easy as
Okay. All right, Mr. Aladi.
Well, let me start by saying I would differ a little from my brother here concerning the infrastructure. Our problem is not building of infrastructure per se, but the maintenance. There was a time, this long bridge, this Third Mainland Bridge. If you go there in the 80s, you see aluminum railings here and there.
Yes.
Some people went there under the cover of the night, cut all these aluminums, turned it into making, what do you call it, aluminum plates and all this. Go to national stadiums today, you see the edifice there abandoned. Go to Abiola Stadium in Abuja, the place is abandoned. Go to some hospitals, you see the edifice standing, but with nothing inside.
Yes.
I don't understand. So the problem is not our main problem in Nigeria is maintenance. As soon as an edifice is opened or commissioned, they forget about it. They won't maintain it. I don't understand. So Abacha loot or no Abacha loot, as we are getting some in, others are going out. Like day before yesterday, $8.6 million
intercepted by the customs.
But,
yeah.
you know, can you imagine? So this thing is still going on. People are still laundering money. I always appeal. I'm crying. I'm begging these people, the people who have the opportunity to steal, please be merciful on suffering Nigerians. People are dying every day. People could not even afford food, talk less of drug. I think understand. Go to some of our public schools. You see students sitting on the floor, bare floor. I think understand. So please be merciful enough. I'm not saying they should not steal, because there is no way you can curb it. I won't deceive you. In this Nigeria, there is no way. The law is so porous. If you are caught with 10,000 naira, you may be sent to 30 years imprisonment. And people stealing billions, they'll be left scot-free. So the law has so favored these people. Make sure you use this money to help those in need. Graduates of 6, 7, 8 years are roaming about the street, doing nothing. Some people, the money they need is not up to 100,000 that they want to establish with. Can't you do all this thing? In the name of some people will say they launch a foundation. Launch your own foundation, push out the money in your reservoir, I think that's right. Push out the ones you bury.
At least let's do some good.
Let's do some good with this money.
But then am I the only one who is wondering how much did this man really steal? I mean, Abacha, how much?
You know, we have said this severally on this program that even Nigeria itself doesn't know its worth. We don't know what materially
and resources.
And resources. We don't know how. So if a country does not know its worth, it's just like
you can't calculate how much really is stolen.
How much amount of oil are we selling? Every
day. That's the irony of the country where we are, and like what he just said about maintenance, you know, is also a problem. But I am of the opinion that you don't maintain what you don't have. You start from
the little ones you have.
You have it first, then you think of maintenance. Maybe one madman will come and scatter it, another good man will go and fix it. But the fact that you have it is one. Then the issue of money, you know, we have this what I call hypocritical amnesia, when Nigerians pretend to have forgotten. Once something does not favor us, we tend to forget.
yes.
It was in Kano that one former what do you call it, NNPC man built a house.
Okay.
And housed money.
Yes, that is his money.
Yes,
and
no.
AC.
Inside
Cooling it.
Yes.
Is
Inside one
this
village.
in Nigeria.
Yes, no.
Is in Nigeria, in Ikoyi, across
Of course.
here, big
So
banana
millions
island
of
of
dollars.
Ikoyi that we went and broke and just abandoned there. We don't know who owned that house up till now. They are still talking
yes,
about
no.
it. It's still in Nigeria that somebody went to Kaduna airport and
abandoned money.
Millions of money. You know, it's still in Nigeria that people are just looting this country dry.
Blind.
So you see, people will tell you corruption is not our problem, and I will tell them maybe you need to understand what exactly corruption is.
Yes.
Then you will know how much corruption has killed this country.
True. All right, let's quickly read some feedbacks. Chini from Enugu says, Auntie P, on a good day. Please, USA should please keep the money safe to avoid relooting. America can send those that will complete the second Niger bridge, the Ogoni cleanup, and construct a quarantine facility. Thank Oga Abacha, you're really an ATM. How am I going to thank him?
Yeah, in different.
We are on different sides of the divide. Thank you, Chini. Miss Chinyere from Dolphin Estate in Ikoyi says, good day, Galaxy. I really like the ban of Okada in particular. These northern commercial motorcyclists have long been a menace. All right, this other one says, these Abacha loot. Our government, they are scammers. They will not use money to do nothing. Rather, they will share it. Officer Francis.